The mid-20th century presented an epoch defined by ideological conflict and the chilling specter of nuclear annihilation. Across the globe, nations grappled with the profound implications of total war, consistently pushing the boundaries of military innovation to unprecedented extremes. Conventional paradigms of warfare, honed over centuries, suddenly seemed woefully inadequate against a perceived threat that promised unprecedented devastation on a global scale. It was an era where strategic thinking often ventured into realms of extreme solutions, propelled by the urgent and perceived existential stakes. Designers and engineers were tasked with imagining defenses and offenses that could operate in environments previously considered impossible or endure conditions thought utterly unsurvivable. The imperative for ultimate survivability, immense firepower, and unparalleled strategic mobility became paramount. From this crucible of fear, scientific advancement, and national ambition emerged concepts that challenged every established notion of military hardware, designs that often blurred the lines between audacious vision and practical impossibility. The relentless quest was for the definitive weapon, a machine capable of fundamentally altering the very calculus of global conflict. Such was the pervasive climate that fostered ideas of immense scale and unconventional power, seeking to overcome the logistical and operational limitations inherent in traditional armaments. It was an environment perpetually ripe for radical thought, where the limits of technology were constantly tested against the inexorable demands of an escalating global confrontation. The stakes were nothing less than the future of civilization itself, demanding ingenuity without apparent restraint. Amidst this fervent atmosphere of innovation and strategic desperation, the Chrysler Corporation, a name more commonly associated with mass automotive transport, presented a remarkably audacious proposal to the United States Army in the mid-1950s for an entirely new class of armored vehicle. This revolutionary machine was designated the Chrysler TV-8. It was not merely a tank in the traditional sense, rather it represented a radical rethinking of armored warfare, explicitly conceived for an era profoundly shaped by the advent and implications of nuclear power. The TV-8 possessed an extraordinarily unusual design, resembling a massive ovoid turret that housed almost all critical systems, mounted atop a relatively small, lightweight hull designed primarily for propulsion. The absolute core of its audacious concept lay within its proposed power plant, a compact nuclear reactor. This atomic engine was intended to provide virtually limitless operational range and endurance, fundamentally freeing the vehicle from the conventional fuel supply lines and logistical burdens that often dictated the pace and scope of traditional ground campaigns. Furthermore, the TV-8 was designed to be fully amphibious from the outset. Its sealed boat-like hull allowed it to float effortlessly and propel itself through water, significantly expanding its strategic mobility across diverse terrains, from land masses to major rivers, lakes, and even coastal regions. The crew, along with the main armament, a powerful 90mm T-208 rifled gun, were to be housed entirely within the massive, protected upper turret. The overall concept emphasized crew protection through its unique, heavily sloped shape, intending to deflect incoming kinetic energy rounds, and presented a distinct vision of a self-sufficient, long-range combat system capable of operating independently for extended periods. This was an endeavor to create the ultimate Cold War war machine, a truly revolutionary instrument of global power projection designed to reshape battlefields. As with many ambitious military projects of the Cold War era, the conceptual phase of the Chrysler TV-8 eventually progressed from initial drawings to a rigorous technical evaluation conducted by the United States Army's ordnance experts. While the compelling vision of a nuclear-powered, amphibious tank offered undeniable allure in terms of strategic independence and unparalleled endurance, the profound practicalities and inherent risks quickly became overwhelmingly apparent. Detailed analyses revealed a series of significant and ultimately insurmountable challenges that severely undermined the vehicle's proposed operational effectiveness. Paramount among these pervasive concerns was the inherent vulnerability of the onboard nuclear reactor. Despite theoretical shielding designs, a direct hit from increasingly potent anti-tank weaponry or heavy artillery would pose catastrophic risks, not only to the vehicle and its integral crew, but also through the potential for widespread and long-lasting radioactive contamination across the battlefield. The immense logistical requirements for the maintenance, repair, and potential refueling of a nuclear power plant in a forward combat zone presented unparalleled difficulties, requiring specialized personnel, highly complex equipment, and infrastructure not readily available within conventional military structures. Furthermore, the substantial mass and intricate complexity associated with adequate reactor shielding, coupled with the sheer size of the massive upper turret, meant the vehicle was inherently large, heavy, and conspicuous, potentially negating its intended speed and agility on the battlefield. Its innovative amphibious capabilities, while theoretically novel, also raised serious questions regarding its stability, maneuverability, and overall combat effectiveness while afloat in contested waters. The considerable size of the vehicle presented a proportionately large target, and its groundbreaking design did not fundamentally overcome the protective limitations against the ever-evolving and increasingly sophisticated anti-tank weapon systems of the era. The Army's evaluators ultimately concluded that the Chrysler TV-8 offered no significant or decisive combat advantage over existing or immediately planned conventional tanks such as the widely deployed M48 Patton, which possessed proven reliability. The cessation of the Chrysler TV-8 project definitively marked its end as a tangible military prospect, permanently consigning it to the expansive realm of conceptual design and historical curiosity. No full-scale prototypes were ever constructed, and no physical manifestation of the nuclear-powered floating tank ever rolled out of a factory. However, the TV-8 did not simply vanish into complete obscurity. It has endured as a highly significant case study within the annals of Cold War military design and technological exploration. Its story encapsulates the era's boundless willingness to explore the most radical technological frontiers in a relentless pursuit of strategic and tactical advantage. The project serves as a poignant illustration of the fervent imagination, the unbridled scientific ambition, and the profound anxieties that collectively characterized the nuclear age. While many such ambitious and unconventional designs were ultimately abandoned, they collectively played a crucial and often understated role in pushing the absolute boundaries of engineering thought and directly influencing subsequent, more practical military developments. The invaluable lessons learned from evaluating the TV-8, particularly regarding the inherent challenges and substantial risks of integrating nuclear power into combat vehicles and the immense complexities of novel amphibious designs, undoubtedly informed future military doctrine, procurement strategies, and the overall trajectory of armored vehicle development. The project represents a very specific and unique moment in history when the conventional limitations of warfare seemed entirely surmountable through the application of atomic power, and when the allure of unlimited endurance and truly global reach drove engineers to envision machines of unprecedented scale, capability, and autonomy. Today, the Chrysler TV-8 remains a powerful and enduring symbol of Cold War technological ambition, a bold vision never fully realized, yet forever etched into the historical narrative of military innovation and the relentless pursuit of the ultimate weapon. Its conceptual existence continues to fascinate and inform discussions on military development.